Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Blu-ray collection update and unboxing. If y'all don't know me, my name is David, and I review movies over at cinemadeviant.com. I started doing this as a way to give people a heads up as to what's coming out now and in the upcoming weeks as far as Blu-rays and DVDs go. Now, this is the first Blu-ray collection update for 2019. Hopefully, you guys had a great Christmas and a fantastic New Year. We have a lot to look into, so let's go ahead and get started. First up, we have Monster Party. Now, this is one that you guys probably have never heard of. And it may fly under the radar for a lot of people. But I do strongly suggest picking this one up, or at least checking it out at some point, because it really is good. Basically, the premise for this movie is a couple of thieves pose as caterers and go into a dinner party. The thing is, they don't realize that the dinner party that they're going to is full of recovering serial killers. So craziness ensues from there. But it really is a fun one to watch. I don't want to spoil too much about it, but I do suggest go ahead and pick it up. Here you go. Here goes the front here. It does have Julian McMahon and Robin Tunney in there. And then here goes the back, if you guys don't know what it's about. Now, sadly, I don't think that there's any special features. I didn't see any special features, which is a bit of a bummer. But, again, really fun movie either way. All right, so here we have no interior artwork, and that's to be expected. We do have some disc art here, which is basically the cover. That's cool. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for Monster Party. This one is out now from RLJ Entertainment. All right. If you hear me clearing my throat a couple times, I think I'm getting sick, guys. Hopefully I'm not. I hate getting sick. Usually I get sick maybe like once every couple of years or something like that. So hopefully this one doesn't take me down. Anyway, next up we have Peppermint, starring Jennifer Garner. Now, I was kind of skeptical about this one. The one thing that really, I guess drug me into it and got me to really want to watch it was that seeing Jennifer Garner in an action type role. We hadn't seen that in a very long time since Alias, I believe that she was on. And I kind of missed that with Jennifer Garner. She started doing all these like romantic comedies and things like that. So I think something like this, action suits her a lot better, and she's definitely badass in this movie. Essentially, this movie is the female version of the Punisher. That's kind of, it follows that same blueprint. Her family gets killed. She's just a normal housewife. Her family gets killed, and she goes on this adventure or this this journey of justice. I guess you could call it Journey of Justice. That's kind of it's kind of catchy. But anyway, yeah. So it was actually really good. I actually really enjoyed it. Some of the performances from some of the other people, and not Jennifer Garner herself, but some of the other people were kind of shaky. But really fun movie. Here goes the back here. If you guys don't know what it's about, it does have bonus features as well. All right, let's go ahead and pop this open. All right, it does have digital copy. And then here we have the DVD on this side and Blu-ray on this side. It is kind of like the usual universal format, but it is like this orange or this reddish orange color. I think it's red. I don't know. I'm like halfway colorblind. So yeah. That is a little bit of a difference from what we're usually seeing. That's cool. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for Peppermint. And this one is out now from Universal Studios Home Entertainment. Again, I actually really enjoyed this movie. I tend to look at movies a different way. This one wasn't really critically praised or anything like that, but it's fun. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a very entertaining movie. All right, so next up, we have Night School, starring Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish. And this one is out now from Universal Studios Home Entertainment. This is the extended cut here, which honestly the extended cut really doesn't offer too much. More is just a couple of extra scenes here and there, which they do that. They tend to do that a lot. I would say, give it an extended cut if it was substantial scenes, substantial stuff within the movie that got cut out. All right, and here goes the back here, if you guys don't know what it's about. All right, and I actually really enjoyed this one as well. I didn't really start off liking Kevin Hart very much, to be perfectly honest with you, but there's something about, I guess maybe the delivery of his lines. He's very out there, very right in your face. That to me, I find super funny now. He's a great actor, I feel like, and he's great at what he does, definitely, without a doubt. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one a lot. Let's go ahead and pop this open. Does have digital copy. And then here we have the Blu-ray on this side, and then the 4K on this side, which is cool. No disc art on the Blu-ray, but we got disc art on the 4K, which is basically the cover there. That's cool. And then the front, back, and spine. For Night School, this one is out now, like I said, from Universal Studios Home Entertainment. All right. And 4K transfer on this one looked great. With comedies, you don't really see, too much of a change, just because, to me, I see it more in, like, action movies. But it was a nice change of pace to see something so crisp, so clean, and so clear on a 4K disc. So that's a good one to have. All right, next up, we have a movie that I enjoy. I enjoyed, and I enjoy this franchise very, very much. And that is Mission Impossible. This is Mission Impossible Fallout on 4K Ultra HD. 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and digital copy. This 4K does come with a little collector's book, which we'll take a look at. What's to say about Mission Impossible, man? I mean, they follow a particular format. All the movies kind of tend to be the same in a way, in a sense. But Tom Cruise just manages to knock it out of the park with every Mission Impossible movie, except for maybe, I think, Part 2. I think Part 2 was the least enjoyable for me, but it was still fun. But I love this franchise, and I've seen all of these movies multiple times, including this one. This one was great. I loved it. Henry Cavill's a badass in this as well. Man, it's just super, super fun. My wife watched it with me, and she's not a big action movie person, but this movie had her at the edge of her seat the whole time. So that tells you a lot right there. And then also seeing that scene where in real life Tom Cruise broke his ankle, seeing that still a part of the movie was like, oh man, like this guy's a robot or something. I don't know. But fantastic movie. Love it so much from beginning to end. All right. And then here goes the back here. I mean, I don't know. I left this movie thinking, how are they going to top this? Are they going to top this? Are they going to do another one? How are they going to do another one? But I mean, every movie they tend to try to top the last one, and that's insanity. It really is. But it's so good. All right. All right. So here we have. It does come with digital copy, and then we have a cool booklet inside about the stunt work in the movie. Fantastic. Like, this is so cool. Oh man, that motorcycle chase scene. Oh, dude, like, it was so good. There you go. And then we do have Mission Impossible Fallout here on 4K Ultra HD. And then the Blu-ray with the movie itself, and then Blu-ray with special features as well. Nothing too extravagant or anything like that. Fairly basic. But honestly, I don't care. I don't need disc art with a movie this good. I love this movie. I love this franchise so much, man. It's so good. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for Mission Impossible Fallout. This one is out now from Paramount. Man, I mean, again, really, really good. All right. So next up, we have The Nun. We can get down to some horror, man. The Nun. This is another part of the Conjuring universe, as it says up here. And this is basically the story of Valak, which is the nun from Conjuring 2, I believe. Yes. And, this is kind of giving a little bit more backstory regarding the demon and stuff like that, and how she kind of came to be, or her first, encounters with people and things like that. We'll talk about it right now. Here's the back. There you go. But this nun, this character was one that kind of plagued a lot of people's dreams for a very long time, ever since she came out in the Conjuring movies. And very well so, because she's creepy as hell. Like, she really is. And the person that plays her, I think is Bonnie, I can't remember her last name, but she plays her perfectly, fantastically. She's so good at what she does. This movie, however, it didn't really hit the mark with me. It was missing a little something. It was good. It was, again, very, very enjoyable, very entertaining. But something was off about it that I can't really put my finger on. But I didn't feel creeped out. I didn't feel too scared or anything like that, which is a bit of a bummer, because with horror movies nowadays, I've seen them all pretty much. I've seen so many that I always look for the ones that creep me out, or can give me a scare. This one it missed the mark a bit. But again, still very enjoyable. And if you're, a completionist and want to collect all the Conjuring universe movies, then you got to pick this one up for sure. Here you go. Here goes the front here. And it does say it does include Spanish audio, which is actually kind of cool. Let's go ahead and pop this open. All right, it does have digital copy. And then there goes the DVD on this side, and then the Blu-ray on this side. No artwork or anything like that, but that's okay. All right. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for The Nun. And this one is out now from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment. All right. Yeah, I've watched all the Conjuring universe movies, and I'll check them out. For the most part, but it's just, sometimes movies hit and miss the mark, and this one kind of did. This reminds me of the way I think it was the first Annabelle. Was it? Yeah, I think it was the first Annabelle movie that kind of didn't hit with me right. The second one, however, I really enjoyed, and it connected the dots. So maybe they might do something like that with this one. Maybe they'll do another one and then kind of course correct itself to a certain extent. But anyway, very good. There was one part about this movie though that I did like, and it has to do with connecting the dots, like I just said. There's towards the end, or the very end part of the movie, they connect some major dots, and I really like that. I thought that was really cool. But anyway, moving right along, we have The House with a Clock in Its Walls on 4K Ultra HD. It does have 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital copy, starring Jack Black. You see here. Now, this movie, it seems like a silly premise. It seems like it's basically Goosebumps, to a certain extent. And you would be fairly correct. It kind of essentially is a Goosebumps-esque type movie. But it is directed by Eli Roth. And that was the one thing that pulled me in about this movie as well. I was very curious to see how he was going to do this and what his take on something like this would be. And it was really good. It was really, really good. I'm trying to kind of ease my son. He's still little. He's 8 years old. But I'm trying to ease him little by little, maybe because he loves getting scared. He loves getting scared just like his pops. But I'm trying to ease him little by little into like maybe some safer horror. Like he loves watching Goosebumps. He loves watching the Goosebumps show, first and foremost. But he likes watching stuff like that. So to have a horror movie or like a scary-esque type movie that's safe for him to watch was a good thing, I guess, to have. We watched this one together, and he really, really enjoyed it a lot. He's a big fan of Jack Black right now at this point. And they had some pretty scary little scenes in there, but it was scary. It was just scary enough for him. You know what I mean? Not something that's gonna give him nightmares and freak him out, but it was just scary enough. Like I said, it was like Goosebumps type scary, which was really good. And then here goes the back here. If you guys don't know what it's about. All right, and the special features as well. And this one looked really great on 4K as well. I was actually really impressed with this transfer. It does have digital copy. And then here we have the Blu-ray copy on this side, which is actually kind of cool. It's like this black, the typical Universal format, but in black, which is actually pretty neat. Usually it's blue. And then the 4K on this side, which has some disc art, which is basically the cover there. Still nice nonetheless. All right. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for the house. Wait, this is a mouthful. The house with a clock in its walls. And this one is out now from Universal Studios Home Entertainment. All right. Like I said, really, really enjoyable movie. I dug it a lot, and my son dug it a lot, which, that's a good thing as well. Any movie that can get him to just chill out and just enjoy and sit still for a while is a win for me. All right, so next up we have Can't Hardly Wait. This is the 20-year reunion edition. Fantastic movie. All right, and then here goes the back here. See if you don't know what it's about. Now, if you don't know what this movie is, or if you've never seen this movie, this is one of the best teenage movies, teenage comedies in a very long time. One of my favorites. I've watched it so many times. I've watched it like over and over when it came out. When it came out, I think I had it on VHS back in the day. And then I did buy it, I think, a Blu-ray copy of it at some point down the line. And I watched it then. And then every time it comes out on TV, I would watch it. It's one of those movies. It really is. Fantastic cast of characters. I mean, if you really go through this movie, you will see so many people that you're like, whoa, isn't that so-and-so? Or isn't that so-and-so? Or I saw this person on this movie, just the other day. It's going to be a lot of that. But such a great movie, man. Really good. Funny story. Quick story. My brother, when I was a little younger, when I was like in my 16, 17, 18, my brother used to say that was me. And that's a damn lie. I don't talk like that. Or I don't act like that. Asshole. Anyway. Alright, and here goes the insider. No interior artwork. We do have some disc art here. I'm making myself laugh over here. Alright. Because every time I keep seeing him. And I'm like, I never acted like that. Anyway. Alright. So here goes the front, back, and spine for Can't Hardly Wait. This one is out now from Mill Creek Entertainment. Like I said, Mill Creek's been killing it lately with their releases. They've been doing some really good stuff over there. So support them. Support the brand. And pick up Can't Hardly Wait. Next up, we have one that I found at Walmart a while back, and I just kept forgetting to unbox it for you guys. But this actually really is one of my favorite movies as well. And it's a movie that you really wouldn't expect to see. Period. I mean, but it's such a funny premise, man. It really is, and they executed it so well. And that's Tucker and Dale versus Evil. First off, this is a beautiful steelbook. Beautiful artwork here on the cover as well. Fantastic. Let's take this off first, so that way we don't get that shine. But essentially, it's two country guys, out and about, and they look very sketchy. Like, these guys look very, very sketchy. But they run into, it's like that usual formula of, kids on like spring break or on vacation, or they're going camping, and then they run into like some sketchy people out in the country, and then obviously what do you expect? the sketchy people are going to come and try to kill them, right? in a weird way, or surprisingly enough, these sketchy people are not sketchy people at all. They're just country folk. And they get, basically, they try to help them out. The sketchy guys, the sketchy country guys, are following the other kids, the teens, because I think they forgot something at some point. But the teens think that the country people are following them, and just craziness ensues, and essentially murder, death starts happening in insane ways. But it's just very like, oh my god, did that just happen? But here goes the back here. If you guys don't know what it's about. But again, really, really fun movie, man. And fun fact, this is I think this movie was one of the first movies that I reviewed when I first started doing this stuff. So that's a cool thing as well. Kind of bringing it full circle. Love this movie. Found this steelbook at Walmart a while back, and it was like, I think it was like $15 or something like that. Not bad, man. I'll tell you, Walmart they still have those steelbooks out there. If there's some that maybe you haven't picked up from anywhere, go check out Walmart. This one, as far as I know, this steelbook hadn't been released anywhere else. So I guess I can make the assumption that this is a Walmart exclusive. But look at that fantastic artwork there. Love that, man. So good. And then here goes the back here. Very simple, but effective. All right, let's open this up. All right, so here's the disc. Fantastic artwork there. Let's put this over here. And then we have interior artwork here, which is a little odd that it's not like, fully connected, but I like it. Like, this is the black and white version of that cover. And this is the actual poster for the movie that I remember. But such a good movie, man. If you guys have not seen this, have not heard of it, I urge you to check this one out. You won't be disappointed at all. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for Tucker and Dale versus Evil. And this one is out now from Magnet Releasing. All right. Next up, we have another one from Walmart that I picked up just because I never got a chance to start collecting these. And I think I'm going to start doing it little by little. I just have to track down some of the other ones. I haven't had a chance to do that just yet. But Game of Thrones, this is the complete first season on Blu-ray. This is the Steelbook as well. This is, again, like I said, another one that I picked up at Walmart. $20, not bad. This was, unfortunately, this was the only one that was in really good condition. And that's also why they have the second season as well. But that's also why I haven't been able to pick that one up either at this point. Because all the ones that I see are super, super damaged, man. Because people, will grab them or shove them in there or just leave them somewhere else. And then they just get roughed around. But these have like the little sigils on the front, which is really cool. And like I said, I know these have been out for a while, and people have collected the majority of these. But I haven't, just because I missed the first couple, and I was like, I don't feel like tracking them down. If they start becoming easier to track down, I'm definitely going to pick them up. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Little sigil there. And basically it just sits right here. It's a magnet. It goes right there on front of the Steelbook, which is cool. Game of Thrones is a fantastic, fantastic show. If you have not watched it, I urge you to start checking it out whenever you can. Just because, the last season's about to start this year, and right now would be the best time to catch up. So anyway, you do see like a little bit of debossing there where the sigil would go. Let's say Winterfell, and then here goes the back here. Super cool. And then it does come with digital copy. All right. And we do have disc 1, episodes 1 and 2. This season was very short. It was like 6 episodes, I think. And that's usually kind of the norm for these first seasons of these shows. Disc 2, 3 and 5, 3 to 5. And then bonus features as well. And then This 3 is episode 6. Actually, I think I'm wrong. It does have a little bit more. Maybe it has 10 episodes. I can't remember back. That was so long ago. This 4 is 7 through 9. All right. And then this 5, episode 10. So yeah, it has 10 episodes. My bad. All right. And then some interior artwork there. Really creepy interior artwork. But interior artwork nonetheless. All right. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for Game of Thrones, the complete first season. This one is out now from HBO Home Entertainment. All right. And it does have a really nice matte finish, which, again, huge fan of matte steelbooks. All right. Next up, we have one that's, I don't want to say it's a guilty pleasure of mine, because these movies aren't the best. So I don't really watch them over and over. I've seen the majority of these, though. And that is The Marine. This is The Marine 6, Close Quarters. All right, this one's starring Mike Mizanin, The Miz Mizanin, Shawn Michaels, and Becky Lynch. Now, this is a WWE film. Now, it's The Marine 6, guys. They've made 5 other ones. I will say, though, that since The Miz has taken over, Mike Mizanin, The Miz, has taken over the lead in these movies, he has been very consistent. He's been in all of them. So I guess that's one plus. The thing with these movies is that, and the thing that I appreciate with these movies is that they don't hide what they are. It's a big, 90s homage to action movies. It really is. And you'll see a lot of that in this movie. If you watch these movies, you'll see that, firsthand. I think The Marine 5 was probably the one that I cringed at the most. Just certain aspects of it, just very, very cringe, man. The Marine 6 is actually not bad. It was actually not bad at all. And Becky Lynch here plays a fantastic villain. I thought she was great. Shawn Michaels there. I'm a huge Shawn Michaels fan. I'm a huge wrestling fan at that. But I'm a huge Shawn Michaels fan. To see him acting was a bit weird, but he did all right. I think he did okay for it being what it is. Again, there's going to be lines of cheese strung throughout the film, and there's no shortage of it by far. But for what it is, it's really good. There is a shocking twist towards the end of this movie that I didn't see coming. I was like, okay. But anyway, entertaining movie nonetheless. I thought it was pretty good. Not bad. And let's go ahead and open this up. I didn't even do that. I got too caught up. Here goes a digital copy. You know what? If you guys want to check this out, there you go. You guys can check that out on me. And see what I'm talking about. See if you guys agree with me anyway. Nothing too extravagant inside. Just a basic DVD here. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for The Marine 6, Close Quarters. And this one is out now from Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. Now, and some people will say, well, David, you still collect DVDs? Yeah, why not? I mean, it's a movie. A movie is a movie. Sometimes they don't offer certain movies on Blu-ray. Now, I think they do for this, in this sense. But, there's sometimes there's movies that fly under the radar so much or don't get that much play that they only get released on DVD. So I'm not a DVD hater, man. I love my DVDs. I still have my whole collection of DVDs right behind you guys. They're all strong across. As you can see, I filled my shelves back up. So eventually there will be a room tour at some point. I know a lot of people have been wanting that. Next up, we have some movies from Mill Creek, some double features, and a lot of these I'm really excited for. This one here, this is the Psycho Biddy double feature. That just makes me laugh already. The title of it, the Psycho Biddy double feature itself, does have Straight Jacket and Berserk. I love these type of movies so much. And Joan Crawford is in them, and Joan Crawford is just such a phenomenal actress. Like she looks like an aunt that I used to have. And this aunt is now no longer a part of the family. Long story. But she's not a blood relative. But anyway, but yeah, so she reminds me of her a lot. But I remember growing up, she was very like intimidating. And that's the one thing that I take away from Joan Crawford, that I see in her so much, is that I feel like if I were to have met her at some point, you know, I would just be so intimidated. There's a lot of people that I feel intimidated that I wouldn't want to meet, like Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman is one of those that I like. And I'm sure he's a very nice man, you know, but it's just something about the presence of the person. Joan Crawford has that presence about her. But anyway, fantastic though. I cannot wait to check these out. These are two movies that I have never seen, surprisingly enough. So I'm super stoked to check these out. All right, take a look there if you guys don't know what they're about. All right, super small wording. Let me get closer. All right, let's go ahead and pop this open. All right, that's really interesting. Okay. Anyway, we have some disc art here, which very minimal, but there's something like, I can't really tell. It looks like they stuck, you know, like something got the hole punched through it. You know, like this is like an old retro type of reel or something. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can explain, or if you guys can know what I'm talking about. But you see kind of like paper flaps here. That's kind of interesting to do. Nothing too, you know, visible around the sides or anything like that to see what they're kind of going for. But that is kind of interesting, at least. Both movies are on the same disc, which is okay. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for the Psycho Biddy double feature featuring Straight Jacket and Berserk. And this one is out now from Mill Creek Entertainment. All right. So next one that we have, moving right along, another double feature that these movies I've never seen. So I am super excited, super stoked to check these out. Stuff like this, older movies or just movies I've never seen in general, get me excited. You know, because I love watching movies, man. I love watching movies. I love experiencing movies for the first time. And it's just, it really is a treat and a pleasure. And the next one is Nightwing and Shadow of the Hawk. You see here? These look super, super good. I cannot wait. And then here goes the back here, if you guys don't know what they're about. All right. Really, really cool. All right. Let's go ahead and pop these open. Let's see here. I almost lost track of my opener. La Flama Blanca. Somebody has dubbed it. All right. Open this up. All right. And both of these are on the same disc as well. We got some kind of cool little, you know, artwork here in the middle, like to divide the disc. We have Nightwing and the Shadow of the Hawk at the bottom here. All right. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for this double feature. And this one is out now from Mill Creek Entertainment as well. Now, too bad that this one didn't have like a really cool name like the Psycho Biddy double feature. But that's pretty cool nonetheless. I cannot wait to check those out, man. Super, super happy I got those. All right, next up, we have one last double feature. And this one is Age of Consent and Cactus Flower. All right. And we do have, you know, people like Helen Mirren and Walter Matthau, Goldie Hawn in these movies. I love this. I love watching just these movies with, you know, with stars that you see now back in their heyday and stuff like that. I love that stuff, man. Cannot wait to check this one out as well. Haven't seen these either. And that's the cool thing about these double feature, you know, discs, is that a lot of times it's movies that maybe no one's heard of or hasn't heard of in a long time, or they haven't they haven't gotten their own Blu-ray release, in recent years, and that's really cool, man. To kind of have them together, and that way you get more movies, less space, and you get to see some really good performances. All right, and then, well, here goes the back here. If you guys don't know what it's about, I think I might have showed it already. But you get a closer view with no glare. And then here goes the disc here. It does have like a division line right here in the middle. Age consent up there at top. Cactus flower at the bottom. All right. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for this double feature. And this one is out now as well from Mill Creek Entertainment. Again, man, Mill Creek, you guys are killing it. Like, for real, you guys are putting out some really, really great stuff, man. I will support Mill Creek, till the end of time. Because they've made so many strides in the right direction. And I feel like that's really something that needs to be applauded with Mill Creek, man. Again, they've been putting out some really great stuff. Next up, we have Smallfoot. All right, and this includes the Yeti Set Go Sing-Along. Now, this movie, I was kind of skeptical about watching this movie. Because, you watch animated movies and you're like, well, it's not DreamWorks or it's not Pixar, it's not Disney. So to find a movie that is actually really entertaining and has some really good music in it is very rare, to be honest with you. And this was really good. Basically, the premise of this is, you know how we call Bigfoot's Bigfoot? Well, they call people Smallfoot. And this one Smallfoot gets kind of roped into this situation, and hilarity ensues. Essentially, really, really loved it though. It was a really, really fun movie as well. Here goes. If you guys don't know what it's about, check that out there. Fantastic, and the voice acting was great. The voice, the voice actors gave really good performances. My boy Common is in there too. I love Common. Common's so fantastic, dude. All right, it does have digital copy. All right, and then we have nothing too extravagant. DVD on this side, Blu-ray on this side. Very basic type stuff here, but that's okay. Again, basic, no discard or basic discard is fine if it's a great movie. That's my opinion anyway. I kind of look past the discard thing if it's a really good movie. All right, and then here goes the front, back, and spine for Smallfoot, and this one is out now from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment. All right, again, really, really fun movie, man. I really enjoyed it a whole lot. All right, so next up we have Schindler's List on 4K Ultra HD. 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and digital copy included. For one, love the slipcover here. Has some really nice embossing here on the lettering, the title. Fantastic. This is the 25th anniversary edition. This one is a hard watch for me. Every time. I've seen it a couple times, and seeing it again, just it wasn't any easier. This deals with the Holocaust and things like that, and it's in black and white. It's a black and white movie, but so I don't know. A lot of people they don't like to watch black and white movies. Me, I tend to forget about it like maybe 20 minutes in, but God, man, such a powerful movie. Such a powerful movie. I can't speak highly enough of this movie, but it is a hard watch for some people. Me, definitely, it is. I really enjoyed it so much so. Seeing it on 4K Ultra HD did actually make everything a bit harder. It felt more real. You know what I mean? But I really can't classify colors or anything like that because it is black and white. But the black levels were really nicely done. There's a lot of scenes that are kind of dark in there, and those you were able to see everything that was going on nonetheless. And the picture just looked really crisp, and nice. So that's one positive aspect as far as it being on 4K. That was really good and inviting. But here you go. But man, this really is such a great movie. But again, very hard to watch. I know I keep saying that, but it really is true, man. And then there goes the special features as well. All right. And this one does have a little booklet inside. Giving you some information here. And it does have digital copy. The digital copy is on the back, so I'm not going to show that. But it does have like what the bonus features entail. All right. And then here goes the 4K disc here, which is basically, again, just the same disc art. And then we have the Blu-ray on this side, and then the bonus disc over here, which this kind of, again, they're changing up their format, which is good. I like that a lot as far as the disc art and stuff like that. This one is like kind of reflective at the bottom, and then the rest is completely black. Same with this side. It's a nice change to kind of have a different look every time for certain movies. All right, and then here goes the front, back, and spine for Schindler's List. This is the 25th anniversary edition on 4K Ultra HD, and this one is out now from Universal Studios Home Entertainment. All right, next up, we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. All right, next up we have Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again on 4K Ultra HD. This is a sing-along edition. There's a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital copy. You can see here. If you guys don't know what it's about, check that out. All right, so I had never seen Mamma Mia. I had never seen Mamma Mia, but I had always heard so many good things. So I went back and watched it before I watched this movie, just in case. Some people said, "Nah, you don't even need to do that." But I was like, I need to do that, okay? So I went ahead and did that, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I'm not the hugest fan of ABBA, but I do appreciate the music, and I'm a big fan of musicals, though. I really do love musicals a lot, and this was a really good one. I enjoyed this one immensely. This kind of tells the story of some of the characters from the first movie, and it's kind of like a sequel prequel kind of deal going on there, but really good, really fun, really sweet as well. But let's go ahead and open this up. It does have digital copy. And then here we have, let's see here, 4K on this side, Blu-ray on this side, which again, Universal, changing the game, man, changing it up again. Now this one's all blue. So again, that's really cool. I like that they're doing that. Hopefully they continue to do that. And then the 4K has a disc art over here, which is actually just the dock that they're on, or the pier that they're on, just nobody on it, which is actually kind of cool. And then here goes the front, back, and spine for Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again on 4K Ultra HD, and this one is out now from Universal Studios Home Entertainment. Again, really enjoyable movie, man. I tend to kind of gravitate towards a lot of musicals. If I see a really cool musical happening, I will make it a point to watch it or see it at some point. Rent is one of my all-time favorite musicals. Rent kind of changed the game for me when I was younger, and I'm hearing that they're going to do a live version of it pretty soon. I think this month on Fox. So I'm really stoked for that. Anyway, last but not least, we have Westworld Season 2 on 4K Ultra HD. Does have 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital copy included. Now, Westworld. I love Westworld. I love it. I love the first season. I could not talk enough about it. It was so good. The second season, just as good. You guys thought I was going to say it was bad, right? No, it is really, really good, man. The second season, builds on what the first season did, but then flips it. It flips the game, man. It flips it, and you're just like, whoa, hold up. I'm looking at things in a new light now. Anyway, that was my that was my response from it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back here, in case you guys are wondering what it's about. This one took me a little while. I honestly I wasn't able to watch it live when it happened, just because I think I got so busy with life. But I caught up and I rewatched it again when I got this in the mail a while back, and oh my God, it's so good, man, so good. I'm really looking forward to season 3, but I will say, the way, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but the way it ended, I felt like, whoa, man, how are you guys going to do this, man? Well, I kind of felt the same way when season 1 ended. I was like, how is this going to continue? And they found a way, so I have full faith in them. Let's go ahead and take this off here, this J card. Well, I'll lift it up a little bit. See the back? Looks like it has like this marbly type of look to it, and some really nice embossing here on the front. I don't know if you can tell, not much, but it does also have like this like glaring effect as well. It's really cool. All right, let's open this up here, and we have the interior. This is like a digipack. All right, so here it does have a digital copy, and then this digital copy, this title does have the episode guide included, which is cool. I love these. They need to put more of these in TV shows. And then we have, okay, let's see if we can do this. Let's fold this out. That's really cool. Love that. And then it folds out further. There you go. And each one, this is disc 1 on Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD. Disc 2 on Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD. Disc 3 on Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD. That's really cool. I like that a lot. And it does have like the background there is the western, the Westworld landscape there. And then the full fold out from the back here has them kind of like looking away from each other. But then when you fold it in, they're like face to face. And that's pretty neat. I like that. Anyway, there you have it. There goes Westworld Season 2, and this one is out now as well from Warner Brothers Studios Home Entertainment. All right, so we are done, guys. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video with me, or sticking around and watching this video, I should say. Not with me. Well, maybe with me. Maybe I might do it live and we can watch it together. How about that? But anyway, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you dug it or found it informative, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well, because I will be coming back with more videos, as always. And there will be links down in the description below if you guys want to pick up any of these titles. You don't have to, but it does help me out if you do. So just FYI, guys. Anyway, with all that being said, we will catch you next time.